Hey, what's up? This is Jason Hook from Five Finger Death Punch, and you're watching Gibson Backstage. You know, anyone who plays Gibson dreams of having their own signature. You know, Gibson is very selective about who they choose to make signature guitars for. So I was always kind of, you know, waving, what about me, what about me? And then eventually you get to the right people. And I think the popularity of the band helps a lot. And I eventually got to meet Henry, the CEO, and we talked about doing a signature Explorer, which I think it appealed to them because obviously they move a lot of Les Pauls, very popular guitar, and the fact that I wanted to do an Explorer maybe was a nice little sort of different thing than other than doing a Les Paul. So that made it, you know, maybe a little easier for me. I'm not sure, but after many gentle massaging the right people, we pushed it through, and here I am. Yeah. Well, the first thing they did is they put me in touch with the fellow that is in charge of the custom shop or the custom guitars, and we started an open dialogue of, you know, what do you want to do? Send us some pictures, write out a list of stats, things that you want on the guitar, special features, blah blah. I had to send them a bunch of pictures of. I had an Explorer that I had made myself that looked just like this. It started off like that. But when I was done with it, it looked like this. Basically, some of the body design is slightly different. We have this cutaway here, which they had to make a special program for the CNC machine that cuts the bodies. They had to make a special program just for my Explorer body. And then there's this bevel here. They were open to anything I wanted to do. There was no limitations. I was like, well, what about this part here where, you know, I have this open channel in the conduit, and they're like, whatever you want to do, man, it's your guitar. So that was pretty cool, because we could have made this, you know, we could have made this channel in the back and have this just be wood. But I thought, you know, it's funkier looking and more unique, I think, having it open like that, because that's how I dealt with the original one, was that they had that open channel after taking the pickguard off. Had this open channel here for the wires, and I just covered it up with this plastic conduit. So I thought, let's make it exactly like the original, you know, because it's just unique looking. Anyway, so that was it. But there was no limitations, you know, they were open for everything that I wanted to do. My favorite three features on this particular guitar have to be, well, one, this is the fret wire is 6100 gauge wire, which is bigger than any fret wire that you'll find on any Gibson. This was specially brought in for this guitar. They're like super jumbo frets. It kind of alters the feel a little bit, you know. It's a little smoother, like a little lower profile, very wide frets. Makes it really easy to sort of get back and forth. The only other guitar that has frets that are this large out of any Gibson guitar, I believe, is the Zakk Wylde Les Paul. And it's a really smooth feel. And so I was lucky to get that. Also, too, the guitar has a contour here that allows you to get very high up on the neck and hit all these upper frets. Like normally the wood comes straight across, and every time I was jamming a solo up here, I would hit the body, you know, and I'd be like, well, we got to get that wood out of there. That's kind of a neat feature. The frets, definitely that, and then probably this over here, this forearm contour makes it extremely comfortable. Instead of your arm having to go over at a right angle, we made a 45-degree cut there, so it's really comfortable for the forearm. Those are kind of that would have to be the three, you know, unique features of this Explorer.